Brad Williams, XL Prime. Converting text back to number, yeah, it can be done. This is what we're going to do. We have XLOOKUP and a left. What do I mean by left? It's a text function, and basically what it does is it truncates text a number of characters from the left. What are we doing? We have acres, and what we want to do is figure out what coverage versus the number of acres. So if we have 40 acres, what vegetable or what's going on with 40 acres? Well, the coverage will be whatever XLOOKUP finds. How do we do this? If we look, we have XLOOKUP, and we've gone over XLOOKUP repeatedly. We have this left function with the unary. Why? Because we're dealing with numbers and text. So we need to do a little coercion and a little trickery. So let's figure this out. We have a range. Strawberries and various fruits and vegetables. We have coverage. If we have 20 acres, well, that's for strawberries. If we have 35 acres, it's nettles. If it's 70 acres, it's plums. Well, how do we look it up? Here, our coverage, what are we doing here? We're asking XLOOKUP to look up 55. That would be our lookup. Where? We're going to look here. It's going to say, let's look at this formula. We have C4, which is our lookup value. What's our lookup array? Forget looking at left. We're looking at D8, D14. That's what we're looking for. We need to figure out, well, we have 55, but then how are we going to figure this out? We use the left function. What are we doing? Anything left, we're stripping away. Then we need to somehow count that. Now we have 20, but it's in text. We need to turn that into a number, and that's where the unary comes in. Then we're going to go back over to B8 and B14. If there's a match, well, lookup will give that to us, and then if not, it's going to say acreage must be 20 or bigger. Let me show you. Let's dig in here. Let's look at this left deal. We have this lookup array. Let's just grab this and hit F9. Here, what's it saying? That's what the left did. 20 acres, 25, 25, and 50. It just stripped the acres away. And it's given us the 2025. And now we just have a simple XLOOKUP. We have C4, which would be acres right here. Lookup array is 20, 25, 30, 30, 45. Then it says B14, B8 to B14. We have not found. We have this field, acre must be 20 or bigger. It says -1. So what's -1? Exact match or next smallest. What does that mean? That means we're going to look for something here. We have 70. It's going to look for the next smallest because we're at 55 acres. Don't let the left scare you. It's just saying, look, we have this function. What it says is in D8, D4, just give me the first two letters and then strip everything else away. If we change, if we go in here and we say 3, what's it going to do? It's going to give us an error. It's going to say what it did is it took the space. What I mean by it took the space, I'll show you. F9, and it's still saying 20, 25, 40. Let's see if we go to 4. Acreage must be 20 or bigger. What happened? It's going to show us probably 20 space A and 25 F9. And see, it says value, 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 because it's truncating CRES instead of the number. And then from there, we can't do anything with it. If we do this, maybe, let's see what happens here. F9. That's what I figured. If we go out to 4, we're going to get 20-A. If we throw in this number, let's see what happens. F9. See what happens is the unary tries to, the double negative tries to convert it. But if I just grab the left, D4 up through the parentheses, it'll give us there. You see what's going on here? But interesting enough that if we go to 3, do you know what I'm talking about here? You see where it says left D8, D4. Well, left has requirements. It says the text from which to extract characters, which is 20 acres, and then it says number of characters to extract, starting on the left side of the text. Default equals 1. It's counting left to right, 4, and that's what we have here, 4. If we go back to 3, let me show you this again. If we go to 3, F9, you see there's a space there. Oddly enough, XLOOKUP will accept that as 20 space and still convert that over. If we go to 2, it gives us passion fruit, and F9, you can see 2025, it's correct here. So that's it. That's a quick XLOOKUP with a little razzle dazzle. When you look at this the first time, you're thinking, what? You want me to do what? It's intimidating because you see this 20 acres and you go, well, how do I get rid of what? Well, I just showed you. It's pretty straightforward. Again, as I recommend, just keep practicing. Create your own models. You start here, but pull around. Whatever your specialty is, if you're in the medical industry, or if you're in finance, or if you're in manufacturing, construction, change this data, something relative, something that is poignant, something you're an expert on, and then start manipulating. Start using the tools I've been throwing at you. Figure out what's what. These examples are helpful, but what you need to do is get a strong understanding and then push forward. Push up that mountain. Don't let the appearance scare you. Just break it down, look at the syntax, read it, build your own formulas, screw up a whole bunch of times, but so what? If you depend on, in other words, just grab them and use them, we all do it, but be creative and create your own. Brad Williams, XL Prime, thanks for your time.